you see the cows?
All right, I think we're up and running. Hello, LC Nation. I thought this might be a little easier than typing up a really long email, so I thought I would just put together a little YouTube video and let you know about our new schedule and how things are going to kind of work throughout May as we open back up and get acclimated to life back in the box. So we are so excited to have everybody back. Those that are comfortable, if you're not ready to come back, we are keeping 2 Zoom classes a day, but that will be dependent on how many people take them. I know that some people choose to just do the workouts on their own, and that's totally cool. We understand that not everybody is ready for all this, so we will be taking it slowly through the month of May and helping people acclimate and decide where they fit in and how to make everybody's workouts work. All right, so our schedule. The schedule isn't too different. We will be running classes at 5 and 6 a.m. with 10 people cap. Then we will have our 9 a.m. class with 8 to 10. I'll have that'll all be in Wodify. You'll see that when you check in. But simultaneously, we'll be doing a Zoom class also at 9. So that's going to be our first Zoom class of the day. Now, we're going to run our regular noon with 10 people because I should be the only one there. I'm going to coach the noon. Bernie will coach all of the morning. Brigham will be there in the evening. So noon will be 10 people. And then the evening will change depending on the day. So every day, Monday through Friday, there will be a 4 and a 5 o'clock CrossFit class in person. Every day, there will be a 6:30 Zoom class for those in the evenings that still want to work out but are not comfortable in the gym yet. So you will have 2 Zoom classes, 9 a.m. and 6:30. Now, from 6 and 7 depends on what day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there will be a 6 p.m. CrossFit class. And then on Monday and Wednesday, per usual, it is a 7 p.m. CrossFit class. And again, those numbers will be anywhere from 8 to 10 per class, and they will be in Wodify. When you go to check in, you will see what that is. Then Tuesday, Thursday, since we have 2 programs that we kind of simultaneously run in order to fit everything in, Tuesday, Thursday at 6 o'clock will be the Levine Fit. Now, obviously that goes to like our Levine Fit members, but you guys all have access to that too as regular CrossFit members. So you can log in and sign in ahead of time and still take that class if you desire. Then on Tuesday, Thursdays at 7 will be our Olympic weightlifting or our Ollie class. And that one is still restricted to unlimited membership, but it is open and up for grabs. And again, everybody will have to sign in. In the month of May, for our teens, they are allowed to just take their normal 3 classes, but it will be any 3 classes they want a week. So they can sign in to any class on the schedule and come on in. For the month of May, programming is going to be focused on kind of acclimating our bodies to the barbell. So obviously you're not going to come in next week and automatically start lifting super heavy. That is because even though we have been doing a lot of body weight, we've been doing some unilateral movements with dumbbells, kettlebells, running, we have not put any heavy load on our joints. So we will not be doing heavy barbell, but you will be using it. You will be touching it. You will get your fix, I promise. So our teens for the rest of the month can just take any 3 classes. Doesn't necessarily have to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It can fit into their schedule. In June, we are going to be adding back in the daytime teen class as we usually do over the summer. Right now it is scheduled for 10 a.m. So keep a lookout for that. Any of our active teens, again, if you're still active, pick your 3 classes. So to reiterate, CrossFit will run every day at 5, 6, 9, noon, 4, and 5 p.m. Then on Monday and Wednesday, there will be a 6 p.m. And on Monday and Wednesday, there will be a 7 p.m. Now, due to the low numbers, if on Friday we have to bring back that 7 p.m. class, we can adjust for that. Remember, May is going to be totally fluid. We are looking at numbers, who's coming back in, how many people are in each class, and we will slowly adjust from there, whether we add or take away. So Know that we are just working to get everybody comfortable, everybody acclimated, and get everybody back in the gym. The next step is checking in. Because numbers will be mandatory between 8 and 10 each class, and because of the guidelines that we have, everybody must check into class ahead of time. If you do not check in and you show up and you are putting the class over the limit due to our CDC guidelines, social distancing rules, etc., you will be asked to leave. So what does that look like? So if you have your Wodify app, right, you should all have this on your phone. You're going to make sure that you reserve and sign in. So I'm looking at today, and of course it shows me that we have the 9 a.m. and the rest of our Zoom classes in there for today. Remember, when you sign in, you're going to click reserve, and it's going to go to that green screen. In order to not get charged that $5 no-show fee, you have to finish it by clicking the sign in button. If this is the screen you see after you sign in, you are officially signed into class. Now, what will that look like? Let's go to Tuesday of next week, because I have all the classes set up. Oops, we're on WODs. Let's go to Tuesday of next week. So anytime you want to look ahead, you can just click on where it says date, right? And it'll come up and you just click on what day you want to look at. If you didn't know that, now you know. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure this button, that second screen that shows programs, shows all programs. That way you are able to scroll. You see the 5, the 6, the 9, and then in the evenings, okay, you see that it says 6 p.m. Levine Fit, 7 p.m. Ollie. So be aware of that. Keep an eye out for that. And then again, those classes will also be restricted to 10 people. And we're going to all just kind of play it by ear. So please make sure that you are signing in and then hitting that second button when it goes green to put you in class. Again, you must, this is mandatory to do this so that we keep our numbers where they need to be. Any day that the schedule's a little off, again, just make sure that your program is on that all programs and you will see the complete list. The other thing that we're going to do with Wodify, so if we go back in here where it says, if I go back to the little menu up top and I'm going to go to add results, it's going to show, sorry, I haven't completed the WOD and all that stuff. But when you get to here, it's going to have you put your stuff in. So we are going to be keeping the keyboards up. The keyboards will only be touched by staff members, which means all of your access has to be done on here. So you will not be able to come in and use the computer to check in or to input your scores. You will need to use your phone. So please make sure you have the app downloaded and ready. Make sure you are checking in early and getting your class done. They are all opened up 24 hours ahead of time. So before you go to bed at night, if you know you're coming at 5, 6, or even 9 a.m., check in the night before. Afternoon might be the same way for a little while. So just be patient and make sure you're checking in and then using your phones. Now, outside the gym, we will have a table set up with 2 water or hand washing stations. We ask that you please wash your hands before entry into the gym. We will also have hand sanitizer in the gym, and then of course the bathrooms will be open to wash your hands after. So please make sure you're washing your hands upon entry. And then, like I said, the hand sanitizer will be in the gym for that intermediate use, and then you'll wash on completion of the workout. The other thing we're going to reiterate is clean your equipment. If you touched it, used it, borrowed it, it needs to be cleaned and sprayed and disinfected. So please wipe it, spray it. We'll have some spray bottles. You can't find like the Lysol spray disinfectant right now. So I will have some of our sweet smelling handmade stuff that works. And we can spray bands and do things like that. So if you've touched it, used it, borrowed it, make sure you clean it upon putting away. We are going to be keeping our classes to 45 to 50 minutes to acclimate and get people in and out before the next group. So know that if you are waiting, if you're at the 6 a.m. class and the 5 a.m. is still going, please wait outside and congregate, get your hands washed, hang out outside the doors or in your cars when you see that 5 a.m. exit. And so we ask that each class promptly get cleaned up, get out so that the next group can come in so that we can start on time to keep things rolling throughout the day. So that's going to be the next step is classes will be sticking to the 45, 50 minutes, get in, get out. Upon that, what we want is we don't want to necessarily lose our community feel because we know that that's the fun of being a part of our box. So I will tell you, you guys can hang out in the parking lot. You can hang out on the little stone benches. You can bring your camp chairs. I know our evening crowds like to hang out quite a bit because they're off work and they're just relaxing and de-stressing. Bring your camp chairs. Set up a little spot out. There's plenty of the little patio areas outside the gym. Go for it. We love that. We want you there. We want you reconnecting with friends, getting a small sense of normalcy and whatever else is going to be, kind of flying with this. So please bring chairs set up outside, but we ask that when your class is done, you clean up and you move everything out, hang out, have a good time. Along with that is please don't be late. We are trying to start on time. We are trying to end in a timely manner, and we have a routine that we have to follow to get everybody in and out, to clean the floor, disinfect before everybody comes back in and things change. Please adhere to that and do not be late. Classes need to start on time, and we need your cooperation there. The other thing is we need to limit contact. Not everybody is ready for a hug. Not everybody is ready for high five or knuckles. Most people are okay with that elbow, right? Air fives are always warranted, even air pumps. But please don't just come in and assume that just because you're okay with touching that everybody is. Don't walk up and give your favorite coach a hug. Don't walk in and give your swole mate that you haven't seen in 2 months a hug unless you know they are okay and comfortable with it. And you'll know if you start walking up like this and somebody is like this, take that social cue and leave them be. So no physical contact. The other thing is going to be chalk. Chalk can be one of our most dangerous things when it comes to spreading germs. So the buckets will be put away. We encourage you to get your own. The best thing you could do is get the little chalk balls that they use like in gymnasts and in gymnastics. Those are your best things, or like a rosin bag that a pitcher would use in baseball, and keep that in your bag. Or if you want to bring a baggie in, we can throw a little bit of our own chalk in that baggie for you. But know that you will not be using chalk. The other thing that at least through the summer, we will probably not be running our littles class, not even during the daytime this summer. So there will be no ages 5 to 10, 11-year-olds in the gym for classes right now. And we are going to ask that you not bring kids in, being that we have to limit times or limit the amount. Excuse the little back noise. We are at home, and that is what we're used to these days. But knowing that there are only 8 to 10 people allowed in each building, that your child takes up a place then that someone else could use. So we're asking that no little people come in unless they absolutely have to. So please be aware of that and be mindful, but we will not be running the little class right now. There's just not a lot of place to put it and acclimate that. And so we hope to have that back up and running, hopefully in August. All right, the last thing that we're going to do, and I was working on this before we closed, seeing as how we were getting a nice influx of new members, things were really hopping, is I have put together, like I said, I've been working on this for a while, so now's the perfect time to implement it. A Welcome to Levine CrossFit packet. What we're going to do is I'm going to give one of these to everybody. It's a simple little thing to read about all of our social media, how information goes down. It's also got the membership hold and cancellation policy, because I know that sometimes we get a little confused when things happen and we need to change up our membership. So that's all on there. And then for fun, I included a list that's got our acronyms. So a lot of people come in and they get confused. So it's got WOD. What does WOD mean? Well, workout of the day. So it's got all of those on there for people. And then it even has a little note for bringing your own gym bag. So it's just kind of beneficial information for people, and a little bit of advice on drinking fluids, keeping sane, all those fun things. So these are going to be going out to new members especially, but to all of our current members also. And then along with that, there will be a outline of our COVID guidelines that we expect you to follow every day. And that's just going to touch base on what we already talked about: washing hands, not being late, using your phone, what we expect from you and what you can expect from us. Both of those are on there. The other new thing that I was working on before we close that we will be implementing as we allow kids back in is a waiver and a notice of rules for our parents to comply. Any child from age tiny, all the way up to teen that will be coming to hang out with you while you work out, you will need to sign this waiver and we will hand you the list of rules. So know that that is going to be coming into play as we start to get more kids back in and we get acclimated back into working out. So I've kind of covered a lot of information, but still I think this was better than one of my long emails because all week I keep typing it up and I'm like, that's too long. So I hope you've hung out with me long enough to watch this. Any other questions, please send an email to Christy@LevineCrossFit.com or call the gym 602-243-4225. That number is forwarded to my cell phone at this time, so I am getting all the calls. If I don't answer, leave a voicemail and I will respond right back. I look forward to getting everybody in. I am super excited. I'm excited to kind of take back over the noon classes. I'm excited to get my hands back in as we have to kind of start sharing some responsibilities and times. I will most likely even set up my desk outside by the hand washing station. And that way I can still be there and manage, and we can still have maximum people in the classes and be working around that. So thank you guys for hanging in there with us. We're super excited to get started again, and I can't wait to see you next week. Oh, equipment return. I put it in that email. Equipment return is this Saturday. Unless we have talked, your equipment is due back Saturday. We will be there between the hours of 9, and we're hoping to be done by 2, but 9 to 2, finishing up all the little projects we started, making sure the gym is clean, and then we are having a company come in and do that disinfectant fogging on Sunday. So everything will be fresh. That's why we need all of the equipment back on Saturday so that everything can be cleaned and ready to go and virus-free for all of us. So thank you guys again. We are excited to get back into the LC. By the way, happy anniversary. Today is our 5-year birthday. We plan to celebrate maybe we might have to push it back to July, looking at social distancing rules because we want to have a nice party with some catered food. So again, thank you guys. Get ready for Monday. Make sure you're ready. Have the app on your phone. Get everything downloaded. And you guys make it a great weekend as you go back out and enjoy the world as it opens. Remember the rules and the social distancing and be kind to each other. We all have different thoughts and how this is supposed to be working. Know that we're all doing what we feel is best. Good day.